Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the rank 5 player on the West server, guys. This guy is a challenger player and has about 1,232 points right now and has a pretty insane win rate, guys. Has about a 62% win rate while also playing Yone, having 75 games being played and having a total of a 73% win rate on this champion. And guys, let's be real honest here. Yone is currently a champion. Many people are playing this guy very badly, but this guy seems to be playing and carrying insanely hard on this champion. So with that being said, guys, let's see if we can learn a couple new things by watching this guy, seeing how he plays. Anyways, for the runes that this guy is running, he's currently running Fleets on this champion, while also having Triumph, Alacrity, Coupe de Grace, having Taste of Blood, and also the Ravenous Hunter with attack speed, AD, and armor. Now this guy is so overly confident about playing this champion that he even plays this champion on AD carry. Whenever I think he's autofilled, I think he might be autofilled. Maybe he picks AD carry as his secondary one, but either way, he's also a mid main. So he's also playing Yone as AD carry whenever he gets placed in the AD carry role. I think this is really interesting. We're about to see some really good gameplay. He also takes the Doran Blade as a starter item, even when playing into a champion like Kai'Sa and Nautilus. Alright, here we go. So currently, as for this matchup, they have a bunch of CC. They also have, you know, the Nautilus with the Qs and everything else. And they have a Kai'Sa who's pretty strong in the early, but also pretty strong in the mid-late game. Especially mid-late games where Kai'Sa is going to shine. However, Yone ends... Oh, there's actually going to be a fight coming in. Accidentally gets caught inside a Nautilus Q, which is pretty bad. But ultimately, this fight was... It wasn't entirely too bad. So far from the way how he's playing in this lane, he's looking out to play defensive in the early few levels. But he does get a gank by Nunu right now. He doesn't take that many risks. He's immediately flashing out at the start of the fight and going back in to try and secure the kill. Unfortunately, he still dies, but he does pick up 2 assists. And besides that, the lane is now also being frozen around his side of the lane. This is extremely good, so Rakan can get like all the farm right now as being shown right here. That's extremely good. So perhaps maybe despite dying and picking up 2 assists, he played it up pretty safe at the start, flashing out, so he didn't tank most of it. It's looking pretty good for him. The only thing is he lost quite a bit of XP because the lane was eventually being pushed towards them. But Rakan did get all of the XP, so it could have been much, much worse. Kai'Sa is kind of overextending to try and bait out for Nautilus, but he does still get a good trade-off. Yone does a lot of damage. This champion does a lot of damage. Once he gets inside the range, especially on the Kai'Sa, he does an insane amount of damage. Let's see how he's gonna play this out. Nunu is currently pretty close, taking down the river camp. The lane is also sort of like being pushed in towards Yone, but it appears that he doesn't necessarily like push it in towards him. He's trying to like set it up for a dive. But it's not working out at all. He's definitely getting a lot of ganks by Nunu, but also he's getting ganks by Zoe as well. And it might look like the team is ganking him a lot and doing the work for him, but the reality is like every single time he gets a gank by Nunu or gets a gank by the mid laner, he puts himself in a situation where he can set up the lane very well. This is also a very good skill, guys. The kill goes towards support. He did not get the kill for himself, but once again, he got another assist, so that's fine. Goes in for another push. He can easily push like one more wave before he goes back to base. Gets the hit on the AD carry. That's extremely good. This is gonna make him win the lane very hard. Kai'Sa made a pretty big mistake right there by getting caught in that situation. So now currently has about 3 assists and 1 kill. Very good hook by Nautilus. He was canceling the backport of Yone. Alright, this is one that he cannot cancel. Or tries anyways. Alright. So talking about Challenger right now. This is something I don't see myself when I play my games. Alright. Anyways, from the way how he's currently playing at the lane, he kind of like sets up the lane for his jungler whenever he gets a gank. And this is especially good. I think if he didn't set up properly this game, I think if he didn't set up the ganks properly at all during this game, he would have never got all of those kills yet. Yone comes in, takes the gank, Nautilus goes down, and he also nearly takes down the AD carry. He's just backing off. He can't help out the Nunu anymore. He just has to accept the fact that that the Nunu is going to die right there and just back off after. Ooh, his support nearly died though. He's got no choice but to stay, guys. He can't risk like losing out the farm. He's trying to cancel the backport of the bot lane. Well, actually from the mid lane. If he managed to cancel out the backport of the mid or top, he could have completely destroyed that lane just by canceling it, because that would mean he would lose a lot of farm. Something that typically like a lot of low elo players and mid elo players don't do is canceling backports. I cannot tell you guys enough how important it is, guys, to cancel backports from the enemy team. Especially if they're low, especially if you have to push, or they need their time to get back to lane. If you cancel people their backport, you make them very weak in many situations. Whether it's when they have too much gold, or whenever they are very low in health. Very important to always try to cancel backports, guys. Even if it means losing creeps to cancel the backport, it's often very, very worth it. Now he seems to be going for the push. He seems to be going for the hard push, leaving the 2 waves inside the turret. This does mean though he can't do anything, so he's probably going to be looking out to either go for a roam, or perhaps maybe do something with the dragon later. So he wanted to go for the hard push and then roam mid lane, but it failed. Because there's nobody mid at the moment. Support goes in for the jump. Gets insane amount of damage off, guys. Now you might think that Yone AD carry does not work. But so far from the looks, Yone AD carry, it does actually work very well. But it does depend on the support though. It also depends a lot on how you play out this champion. Has to push once again. The support is nearby, but the jungler is taking down the dragon. So whenever your jungler is taking down the dragon, you always want to ensure that the wave gets pushed in, so you have the pressure. Now, just by having the pressure in bot right now, just because he pushed the lane in bot lane, making sure that the lane gets pushed in directly inside the turret. He's forcing Kai'Sa to stay under the turret to farm out the entire wave. This allowed him to roam around the map, being able to get this catch in the first place. And besides that, he might be losing like one wave in bot lane right now, but after he took the kill and took the catch, he went mid lane right after, took all of the farm, let it crash inside the turret so he would lose everything, and then going back to base right after. He didn't lose anything, he only gained more farm, a catch, and also letting the mid lane fall behind as well. This is extremely important, guys. Sometimes it's really like, if you want to carry games in solo queue, it's all about maintaining that pressure inside the lane so you can use that to like roam or get catches or stuff like that. Sometimes it's not necessarily about getting catches, but it's about getting the pressure. He got a very good trade off on the Kai'Sa. Clearly shows that Yone AD carry is actually pretty good. But there is a roam from the Annie. Okay, gets the catch on the Annie, being able to survive the combo. And besides that, Annie is now missing on the map, so she's about to lose a lot of farm once again. Takes down another trade, but Hakurim is around the mid jungle, so he's not there. He can just keep having to push. So he managed to survive a gank from Annie, which means Annie is now losing yet again another wave, like about 2 waves of farm, just to make that roam work, and he survived it. So perfectly well played ultimate under the turret, taking down 2 kills on AD carry, guys. Keep in mind that this champion is not an AD carry, and he's just walking around and pulling it off. This clearly shows, guys, this champion can do a lot more than just playing mid. He's got this game in his hands right now. He's currently worth about 500 gold. Now, something I want to say about this. Guys, if you want to carry solo queue and you're worth about 500 gold, let's say that you've had an amazing game, right? You're halfway through the game, you have about 10 kills. Keep in mind that the more kills you get inside the game, the more you snowball in the game, the more worth gold you are. So eventually you're gonna peak like 1,000 gold. The more gold you're worth, the more you gotta be really careful. Because you could take 5 kills, but if you die once on accident and you give away like 1,000 gold, the 1,000 gold is a lot more valuable than taking down the 5 kills or 10 kills that you had previously. So that's why throws happen a lot in games. You want to be avoiding this. Currently going for the push in bot lane. Taking down multiple platings before the 14-minute mark. This is very good for him. Rather than going mid to roam and help out the teammates, this guy prefers to go bot lane, taking out every single plating he possibly can before the 14-minute mark. He cannot continue to take down the turret because there's simply like lots of while they do have a lot of vision, it's still pretty risky to continue to push. Okay. He's going for the 1v2, completely risking the 1v2 to make this happen. Perhaps maybe he did not get a kill on Kai'Sa, but I think if he hit his abilities, he could have probably had her. Probably. He doesn't risk anything. Whenever Kai'Sa and Nautilus are missing, he's completely backing up until his jungler's there. The team is now taking the dragon right now. He can finish off the turret. He can soon go back to base and afford the next item. He's got so much gold right now. Takes the BF sword. So currently on this champion, he's building Phantom Dancer, and he's also going for the Infinity Edge right now. He also values the 2 Doran Blades a lot. This kind of works like the same way, such as like Yasuo. If you get two Doran Blades, it will make your laning phase like a lot easier. So after taking down the turret, he's just going mid lane immediately, trying to get the turret. Now going back bot lane, trying to farm out the wave, because in bot lane there's currently like two massive creep waves crashing inside the turret. So if he doesn't go there, it'll eventually crash into the turret at least. This game is pretty much like, regardless of what happens, this game is currently in the hands of Yone. One single good ultimate, or just a really good team fight in general, it can just... He just needs to press one ability, gets multiple target hits, and he can carry easily right now. He's got a massive lead over everybody in this game right now. He already has the Phantom Dancer, including the Infinity Edge as well, and the Berserker's Greaves with a armor cloth at about 16 minutes in the game, guys. 16 minutes, and he already has all of these items. He's not even level 10 yet. Immediately goes mid right after, trying to get the catch on Kai'Sa with his ultimate. Does not hit his ultimate, but he still gets the kill regardless. That's how insanely fed he currently is. Takes down 2 more kills. This is basically what Yone looks like as a champion once it's being played in the right hands, guys. This is exactly what this champion looks like. This is how you want to play this champion if you're looking to become a main of this new champion, at least. In terms of skill gap, this champion is easier to play than Yasuo, but once again, it's still one of the hardest champions out there. Has the hero camp already, they can use that to spawn at a turret. Very good. There's Hakarim and Kai'Sa running away from the team right now, but this guy just proceeds to take the farm in mid. Doesn't even bother to join. Before he goes back to base, what is he looking out for? There's no farm. Okay, he's going back to base right now. He's just kind of like staying around mid, waiting for the wave. By pushing down this lane, he could either buy items or just roam around bot lane, once again using the pressure of mid. I cannot tell you guys enough like how important it truly is to maintain or having the pressure in the game, because simply like pushing down a lane is not just, you know, you're not just taking down, or you're not just pushing down the lane just to take the farm, right? Just to take the gold and the XP. But most of the time, if you're taking down a wave and you're pushing it insanely fast, this forces the enemy team to take that wave, otherwise it gets lost. So whenever the enemy team is taking down that wave, that allows you for a small period of time to roam around the map, getting catches or getting objectives in general. There's so much you can do just by having the push in the game. It allows you, it opens up the map so you can take jungle camps and everything else, while the enemy team is being forced to like farm out the wave. He's using his W to take down the red buff. Very good. He's setting up the dragon right now so that the enemy team can get past it. If the enemy team tries to fight for this, like, he will win 100%. He's way too fat right now. Very good ultimate. And he goes back mid to farm out probably. Anyways, guys, Yone is currently worth about 1,000 gold right now. 1,000 gold. If he dies only once right now, he will give away all of his lead instantly. You gotta be very careful when you're worth like that much gold. Because if you die once, it could potentially mean that you're gonna lose the lead. Goes for the Baron and takes that down as well. The enemy team is pretty much done right now. Like, the dragons are all going for the red team right now. They also have the blue buff, and Yone is like so insanely fat right now that there's absolutely nothing that the enemy team can do to win this game right now. Whenever they group up for a fight, it's just gonna be an instant win. Even if the team fight is played really bad, like, they're still gonna win because they have too much damage right now. The flash is also coming up for him, and he also has his exhaust already like up for the upcoming team fight. I think he's kind of waiting for his item. Yeah, he's going for the death stance to make his so he's basically building Phantom Dancer, then Infinity Edge, and then going for the death stance. Very OP item on this champion right now. He's also going for a QSS because they have like a bunch of CC, so. The only thing left to do for the team right now is to push mid. Anything that comes afterwards doesn't really matter. Taking down turrets, there's just nothing they can do. He's just face rolling over them. He's got to be really careful of Hecarim though. Hecarim is still pretty strong. Despite having the death stance and having the core build, Hecarim and the Wukong almost got him down. Almost. It was pretty close. Yeah, they could turn right here. Don't even forget, like, Zoe is not even participating inside the fights. Getting more catches. This is where the game is going to end. Very well played. Honestly, guys, this champion, it works amazing if you want to carry yourself. This is how you play this champion in the hands of a master. Anyways, guys, if you guys want to see like more challenging gameplay, but then from me, from myself, don't forget to check out my stream, guys. I'm streaming like 6 times a week. I'm currently rank 10 myself. So if you guys want to see, you know, good gameplay, don't forget to check me out, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today, and I'll catch you guys up in the next one. Peace.